Hello and welcome to my channel, Kissed by Starlight. Thank you so much for being with me today. Welcome back and welcome if you are newly subscribed. Thank you so much to everybody that's subscribed. I'm so grateful to have you here. And I'm going to just pull some cards for today in the aftermath of these hugely powerful lunar eclipse energies that are going on at the moment. We've got from the below to the above. And we've got the fortunate companion. I will start listing all the cards that I use in the comments section, just in case anybody's interested in these cards. Okay, so we've got two here. We've got Let It Blossom. Sorry, light on the card. And we've got Sparkling Jewels. Beautiful hummingbird wisdom coming through there. So I'm going to just rearrange the cards. Hopefully you can see them. See what's coming through. So already there's this sense that you've been having to say goodbye to some really challenging parts of yourself, let's say, that have come up. You know, perhaps it's been patterns. Here we go. Wisdom of Two, teachers of kindness and clarity. Beautiful card. Well, there's actually another one that's come as well. Thunder Mesa, moving through painful experiences. So yeah, as I was saying, there's this sense of, oh, we've actually got one underneath, so I'm going to pull that one as well. Untamed Spirit, Brewing Storm. So I think what the brewing storm is referring to is this kind of, these difficulties or these energies, these parts of yourself that you've been holding a light up to, that, you know, or that you may not have been intentionally holding a light up to. They may have just been exposed to you through different experiences, through this incredible moon energy, which is really coming through at the moment. As I said, we had a lunar eclipse here in the UK on Friday the 14th, which was yesterday, 14th of March. But this is a timeless reading, so obviously whenever you receive this message, it'll be right for you. And I think things have really come to a head. You know, there's this sense of a deep transformation that's been going on. We've got the moth here. The moth always, you know, lights up the dark. You know, they're attracted to the light, and they really help show up any shadow that we might be experiencing, any parts of ourselves that may not feel so pretty to look at, that may not be so comfortable to be holding on to. And there's this sense of this beautiful being kind of looking up at this figure at the top of the cliff, and you know, there's different things that could be going on there, but what I'm seeing for today in this card is you're kind of looking at the parts of you that are just ready to be transformed, that are ready to leave, that have overstayed their welcome, really. Or there may be parts that you've held on to through familiarity, or perhaps being in a comfort zone and not really wanting to let go of. Again, it could refer to anything. It'll be different for everybody because this is a general reading, so you'll have your own situation within this general idea of what's going on. It could be a connection, it could be a habit, a place, a person, a thing, or just a part of you that is, you know, been difficult to live with, or a part of you that is just relating to old ways. But there's this real sense of looking up, you know, and when we're looking up, we're looking to our highest vision, we're looking to our highest self, and we're also looking at what the moon, or the energy of the moon, has exposed to us, you know, in this light, in its kind of, you know, it's not the same light as the sun, so it's not quite as illuminating. there are some hidden aspects. But with a lunar eclipse, because this is also very powerful full moon energy, there's a sense of releasing and letting go, but there's also a sense that it's a brighter moon. And for me, that symbolizes, you know, really even more exposing anything that is showing up, that's on its way out. And again, this can relate to karmic situations, you know, heart healing is coming up a lot. So it might be that again, there are aspects of you, that behaviors that you're really ready to let go of, anything that's limiting you, anything that's holding you back, anything that has got past energy that doesn't belong here in your future, and that's why it's being cleared out. And really, you know, the fortunate companion, and we've got again the wisdom of 2. So these are both sort of symbolizing a partner or a person, somebody that is a companion for you or a teacher to you on this journey. So they're showing you something. So if it's not that you are literally fortunate enough to have a very special person, it, you know, could be a sibling, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be anybody, it could even be a stranger that shows up to help you out in this situation. Or it could be that somebody in your life is teaching you something very important at this time, something that is beneficial for you to look at, to be aware of, to be exposed to. And here, because we've got the 4-leafed clover in this card, for me, again, it's a very fortunate sign. It's a very lucky symbol, which means whatever it is they're showing you, and I can see that there is a degree of sadness here, there is a degree of feeling lonely or feeling abandoned or feeling rejected or isolated, whatever those feelings are, you know, again, it'll be different for everybody. Even though that is happening, you know, there is consolation here, there is a lucky prize, I'm hearing. So whatever is going to come out of this situation is going to be very helpful ultimately, even if it doesn't quite feel like it at the time. And I do see a clearing, I see a way forwards, I see a way out and through this situation, and that's going to be by very much looking at the higher perspective in the situation, allowing whatever is wanting to unfold to really, you know, unfold now. And again, this is confirmed to me by these 2 cards, which the hummingbird is beautifully showing us, with the lotus. With the lotus, the symbolism of rising out of the darkness, you know, coming up through the mud. That's what the lotus flower does. It grows up through the mud into a beautiful blossoming flower that is the most incredibly pretty sight to see, as anybody will know who's seen one. And for me, that is showing that there's been incredible growth through the situation or through what's being shown to you. You're growing, you're rising, you're learning. The infinity symbol, again, you're protected. And there is a sense that it's time to move on. It's time to spread your wings and to unlock the keys and codes that you've been offered in this situation. Whatever this situation is presenting to you is going to bring benefit in the future. So let it go with love. Rise into your most glorious self, you know, wear your war wounds with pride. And what that means is, it doesn't mean, you know, expose toxicity for all to see. What it means is work through that stuff that's coming up for you. And for me, these feathers are symbolizing sort of achievements, you know, like almost like markers of what you've been through. So you don't need to carry the thing anymore. You don't need to carry the situation or the issue anymore. But what you can do is acknowledge your bravery, acknowledge your courage, acknowledge how incredibly strong you are, and how these experiences, you know, just give you that extra little kick and that extra movement forwards into something new sometimes that's waiting for you, something that's coming in, that's wanting to be part of your life. And it's kind of moving you forwards, you know, helping you, and it's also shaping you, it's shaping your character. So it's helping you in some way become stronger, become more vibrant. You've got another badge to your belt, so to speak. You know, you can move forwards now, knowing you've worked through these painful experiences, these painful situations, feelings, or things that you've been going through. And just as a final note, you know, there's this sense of sort of wildness, you know, with the horses here. We've got Untamed Spirit and Thunder Mesa. You know, they're not quiet. They're not being contained. They're rising in their power, and they're showing their full beauty and their full authenticity. And that's incredible. That's really beautiful. That is their authentic self. And again, it doesn't mean to be hurtful or harmful to anybody or to be unkind. What it means is just to be ourselves, with love, with compassion for ourselves, for each other, and move through these painful experiences, move through these difficult times, these challenges, with the knowledge that you're being given a lesson. You're being given a lesson. It may be that there's somebody new about to come into your life. It may be that there's a new connection wanting to spring in if you've had to say goodbye to something. Or again, it could be that you have a beautiful companion on this journey. But I'd like to focus as a last note on these two cards. And it says, you've tapped into the universe's infinite flow of abundance. Accept your treasures with open wings and a grateful heart. The timing of the universe is precise and wise. With patience, care and trust, the flowers you've been tending to will bloom in glorious beauty. And again, you know, another reference to this lotus, this growing, this rising through the difficulties and into a new beginning. And there's a sense of this new beginning, this incredible dragonfly, which can move in any direction, you know, really incredible beings. And again, there's this huge reference to the lunar energy, showing that what looked before as a moth, you know, what looked as darkness sort of coming to the light, has now become light, and is now moving through this experience and into a new chapter, into a new beginning. So hold on with courage, dear ones, and know that you're loved, you're guided, you're being protected, you're being moved into something better, something new. And whatever you are letting go of, whatever you are saying goodbye to, is going to be replaced with something really beautiful. So let it blossom, let it flow, and just know that you are beautiful, and really well done for doing this work. Again, just another note on the dragonfly I'd like to mention before I go is that the dragonfly is over 300 million years old, I believe, so correct me if I'm wrong, but something like that. You know, there's an ancient wisdom, there's an ancient order to this situation. The infinity symbol is moving on and forward. You know, nothing ever truly dies. It's only recreated. Energy is moved forward and around and recycled and alchemized. But I'm seeing this situation being brought to the light, being alchemized into its full beauty and promise and potential for tomorrow, for the next day. And this hummingbird is rising, as are you. So as I'm doing this reading, there's a beautiful sunshine. I don't know if you can see it coming in on the cards, and I apologize if it's making it difficult to see the cards, but actually what that is showing me in all of its beauty is not to hide the sun, to allow the sun to come in and fill those spaces where you've let go of things. Always bring the light into whatever's moved on, to fill the space with love, with light, with promise, with hope for tomorrow, and let the sun shine on this. Rise, rise, rise into your magnificence. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking this reading, sharing it with others, and if you subscribe to my channel, you will be notified when I do the next reading. Thank you so much, and see you really soon.